Hey, look at there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey there, everybody. This is Jackie Bros.
Folks, people, this is your uncle, cousin, the man, Dunlap, right on track with the track.
What?
Can we just do it again?
Do what again?
So let's start all over. Give me a better shot at this. Let me hit the ground running.
What do you mean, do it again?
I'm going to rewind it here.
What?
Hey, look at there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
All right, I'm Jackie Bros.
Folks! Woo!
Why did you start it over again? You
I
ought to
thought
just say all
if
you're
I'd
supposed to do is say your damn name. It's just say your damn name and then get on to business. What we're supposed to do, either you do with sponsors or you talk about the news. That's it. You don't have to come up with a whole
if we're going to do the
story
news,
or
I'd just like to...
Dunlap the man, this and that.
People
and
are
on
so
and on.
depressed.
Well, that's true.
I just like to get them. When they hear your voice come on, I always figure that makes them think, oh, this is a show for old people. It's just to, like, usher them into the grave peacefully.
No, it's not. It's for old people, but not to put nobody in the grave. I like old people listening to this.
So I come on with some energy to liven the place up so people think, well, it's like going out to the club.
No.
This podcast is.
I don't think go down to no club, no. Well, I hope everybody out there is trying to get through the week the best they can. I guess it's our job to try to help you do that, and I don't know how. I don't know first thing to tell you.
Oh!
What?
Hey, everybody, it's Dunlap the man back at you with the...
What'd you do?
Hurt my nail.
What you do?
All right, I got it on the microphone. Folks, that was a beer can opening. I should have just done that to begin with.
We wasted how much time?
People love that. People think Spuds McKenzie got a podcast again.
No, but Spuds McKenzie never did open a beer. Wasn't his thing. He just sat there. He never did do nothing. He just sat there. Yeah, I remember, not that I dislike Spuds McKenzie. I like him just fine. He's all right. But he didn't do no tricks. He didn't do no talking. He wore sunglasses. That's about the most that dog could do in a shirt. He didn't do nothing else.
That weekend at Bernie's. Hey, do you remember Alex from Stroh's?
That's a dog. Yeah, that dog did things. He went and got the beer and opened it and stuff, right? Isn't that what that dog did, if I remember right?
But in the Tone Loc song, when they say Alex from Stroh's,
I don't know that.
Does anybody even remember? I mean, nobody even remembers Spuds McKenzie. I guess anybody that remembers Tone Loc is going to remember Spuds McKenzie and Alex from Stroh's.
You said right off the bat here, this is a show for old people. You said it, and it's true, and I don't have a problem with that. I think old people should have everything to listen to as well as a young person should.
Old people don't know. Old people like Leave It to Beaver.
That's real old. I mean, I like Leave It to Beaver too, but I remember Spuds McKenzie.
Spuds McKenzie's for young. I mean, it's ironic because it's
don't know about it.
We're just remembering
under
it.
The age of 48 remembers what the hell Spuds McKenzie is. Unless they're doing it again. I know they like to bring things back like Colonel Sanders. Had everybody doing him.
What about Rude Dog?
Who?
Rude Dog.
I don't know what it is.
Remember Rude Dog?
Nope.
Anybody?
I don't know the first thing about it. I don't know what Rude Dog is.
There was a point when you could say, hey, remember Rude Dog? And it'd mean like, oh, we're both young, but we have like a little more money now because we got forced into a career by capitalism.
Spuds McKenzie, that was just like, remember that Patton? General Patton's dog. That's what it was, except they did drunk.
So you're telling me that Spuds McKenzie was General Patton's dog? No wonder he got into commercials.
Same kind of dog is what I meant. Not the exact same dog. He'd be dead by then.
All he had to do was say, "Get this dog a commercial or I'll slap the shit out of you."
All right. He would have said that, but I don't need to hear it.
He'd drive around in his army Jeep with one of them old-timey like army phones where they're like, I got to get to the front. My dog's got an audition at 2.
Same kind of dog.
I did not know that. That's some good trivia, Jackie.
Well, I don't. What kind? It's a terrier, something like that. I don't know the names of all dogs, but I mean, I used to know more than I know now from watching Animal Planet. This kind of dog, that kind of dog, but I don't remember what kind of dog it is. But yeah, he didn't do no tricks. He didn't do nothing. He just sat there. They just put a bunch of ladies around him, and he just put some sunglasses on him and didn't do nothing. I'm just saying, again, that's fine for what it was. But if you're going to have a dog in a commercial, you get, especially nowadays, it's going to have to do a lot more than just sit there with sunglasses on. You're going to have that dog do some tricks or something, make the computer mouth on it, make it talk, something.
I do wish Spuds McKenzie had a voice.
He didn't do nothing. I'm telling you, he didn't bark. Hell, he didn't even bark. Maybe he barked in one of those commercials, but I don't remember him barking because that's not how he was. He was relaxed. When he was drunk, just relaxed, sunglasses on, sit there.
How we get him on the Supreme Court?
Tell me about him. He wasn't. Spuds McKenzie was not a belligerent.
Now, I can see Spuds McKenzie going to a UB40 concert.
Well, that's what is it? What kind of concerts is it?
But I can't see him getting into a bar fight afterwards.
He didn't fight. He didn't do nothing. He sat there with sunglasses on. That's all he did. Probably asleep.
Sort of like damned old Clarence Thomas.
Oh, yeah.
Well, unfortunately, Mitch McConnell is not ramming Spuds McKenzie through onto the Supreme Court.
As you know, and like I said about Spuds McKenzie just a few minutes ago, he didn't do much. But I tell you what, I'd rather be seeing that than what I'm seeing now. Pitiful. Don't make a damn bit of sense. What the hell? They're just doing it to be spiteful. I can't see any other reason to do it. Oh, they got some sort of wheeling and dealing that we don't understand going on back here, but they could get that. Who's the crazy woman that they had on the list? There's a crazy woman. I know I ain't supposed to say that.
I don't know.
Days.
I know you're not supposed to make fun of people. I think she has 19 children. You're not supposed to make fun of that.
Well,
no,
I didn't say
old Mother
that's not,
Hubbard. Let's call her Old Mother Hubbard.
I didn't say that's why she's crazy. She just, that's what they said. She was too far out there for them to put on the court, because she's just a radical or whatever it is.
But that would have been better than this.
Name
me 3. You cannot name me 3 people that would have been worse than Judge Kavanaugh. Like, if you say you can give me one person, I'll say, okay, that's true. You can say the other person, yeah, that's true. And then the third person, you're going to say, you'll name somebody and say, nope, not worse.
It just don't make any sense. It don't make any like
Charles Manson. Yep, he would have been worse.
Well, yeah.
Jerry Lee Lewis. Yeah.
That's a toss-up there. That's because that. Yeah.
To illustrate my point, I should put him up third. But you see where I'm going. It's hard to come up with a lot of people worse than him. But they're going to get him through. It doesn't matter.
They could get that crazy woman who everybody had.
First of all, it's sexist to call women crazy.
I know that. And I said that when I said I shouldn't have said it, but that's what people were saying, and I don't know her name. So Mother Hubbard, whatever you want to call her.
Sexist also. Sorry.
But they were saying about this woman that she ran it too far. Nobody they'd raise whole of hell, no point. Can't pick her. But they could right now. She would do more for the cause than Brett Kavanaugh probably, and everybody be calling him a hero. They'd be saying things. There'd be people still mad, but for at least a day or two. CNN to be saying how brave of them to turn this around and and they're still going to get everything they want on the Supreme Court. But to do this instead and just making half a country damn crazy.
We've said this for a long time. It doesn't make any sense why they're sticking with him. They have a list. There's a list. They got a damn list.
I guess they just want it. I mean, this is going to hurt in the long run more. I get, from their liberals' point of view, maybe they should say, well, if we get him in to motivate people to vote, they're going to be, chaos everywhere. People are going to be protesting. And women have every right to protest. I'm not a big protester, but in this particular case,
are you going to let women, you going to let them go out there and protest, Jackie? You going to let all the women?
I ain't got nothing to do with it. But, I support them.
Give them permission to go out there?
No, I just say I support them. They got every right to be out there. It's, it's a lot of people have been through some terrible things in their life, and they see this, and it reminds them of it. I still don't see any reason that Dr. Ford, this lady, would make a story up. Doesn't make any sense why she would do that and put herself and her family through this. It don't make any sense. He got every reason to lie. She ain't got none. That's how I weigh it out.
People look at it the exact opposite way. They think that she's got all the reasons to lie because she's trying to keep him from getting on the Supreme Court. But that's because people see women as trying to keep men from doing things. But, he's the one who's trying to get the thing. He's the one that's got the reason to lie. Plus, also, you don't want to be accused of being a rapist. That's a good reason to lie. I mean, it's not a good reason to lie, but you know what I'm saying. If he's like, well, if I lie and get put on here, then people are going to think I'm not a rapist, and I get to be on the Supreme Court. Because after this, job-wise, I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to go.
They ain't even going to let him teach anymore where he was teaching one of them schools.
I mean, it's Fox News. Come back. Yeah. It's Fox News. Tucker'd be calling him up when he needed legal advice. He'd be Trump's new lawyer. Like Trump and Hannity would call him up to, put some hush money in an envelope and drop it on a bridge. That's all that Kavanaugh could do.
But now he's going to be on the Supreme Court.
He'll be on the Supreme Court instead of dropping hush money on a bridge. I mean, I understand people saying this is stupid. Now we're going through somebody's. Did he drink? Does he know what a devil's triangle is? Was he mad in a bar fight and throwing ice at we wouldn't be doing this. You don't even have to say believe all women. You just take them seriously. Why do you think that she wouldn't? If you just took her seriously when she comes forward, you wouldn't even be having to hear about UB40 right now. It wouldn't have gotten this far. If you took women seriously, as soon as a woman came up and said, hey, you might not want this guy on the Supreme Court, instead of going, what's she trying to do?
Yeah.
Or instead of being Mitch McConnell and saying, okay, we can't let this happen, so let's make everybody out in America go, what's she trying to do? It would have just stopped. We wouldn't have to be going through this. We wouldn't be going through the yearbook. We wouldn't be talking to his weightlifting buddies. We wouldn't be having all these litmus tests and false accusations and saying, oh, my sons, I'm worried about my sons. I'm not worried about my daughters now because my sons, I know that they really got weird looks in their eyes sometimes. Like when I take them to a public swimming pool, I'm really worried about them. Wow. So I'm worried about my sons, not my. We wouldn't have to be going through all this if you just took women seriously. If we took women seriously, then they could get a fair shake in court. The law, everything would be different. It doesn't mean you have to believe women. Believe all women. Just take them seriously. Then you wouldn't have to say believe all women because you take them seriously in the first place.
Yeah.
Why would she be? Who am I arguing with, Jackie? Everybody's mind was made up as soon as I heard this.
Nobody. You're not going to sway anybody one way or another. I'd state my opinion because that's what I'm on here to do. But I mean, people are going to believe what they want to believe. And then, there ain't no way evidently I can prove about it. FBI investigated it, I guess, or did whatever the White House.
I don't know if that, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, who knows?
Why can the White House control this FBI investigation, but not the one he wants to control? I don't understand anything anymore.
Nothing makes any sense. FBI and the president, I thought, were arch enemies, and now they're working together on something. So nothing makes any sense anymore. None of it does. But they're beholden to him when it comes to this sort of thing. And then, like, Mueller got free reign. He can do whatever the hell he wants. That's why the president don't like him. He got no control over it. He got nothing he can do about it, or ain't figured it out yet until he does whatever. But this one, I guess he had, go look into this. Maybe not look so much at this stuff. I think that's a waste of time. Just do this.
Did Jeff Flake know it was going to be kind of a flimsy, shammy investigation when he said, "Oh, give me an FBI investigation"?
Well, why would it make a difference to him one way or the other? As long as he did it, everything he had flimsy is shaky. I mean, look at him. He talks a big talk all the time.
He looks worried. Always looks worried.
On the computer, he gets up on the Senate floor, talks big talk, and this guy stopped, and this guy do, and then he votes down the line. So he irritates me more than if they just, caucused with the damn Democrats. If you believe all this stuff he's saying, all you got to do is go there and, which he kind of did, I guess, at the minute when he went outside with his buddy. What's his buddy named? Coons?
Mm-hmm.
His Democrat buddy.
Well, they get lunch together and stuff. What's it mean to be a Republican
know.
with a Democrat buddy these days?
I don't know how it works. I remember, we were talking about that earlier on Supreme Court. The other judges and them, of course, they can't say nothing about it. They're supposed to stay out of all this stuff. They got no control over it. But Ginsburg was best buddies with Scalia's. They went on vacation together and everything else.
Yeah.
Total opposites.
In my mind, I was like, well, Kavanaugh's going to get on there, and they're all going to be like, this is a sham and a disgrace. Except for Clarence Thomas. But it may not be true. They may be like, welcome our buddy Brett Kavanaugh.
Yeah, probably what it be is, or they have to be a show to be that anyway, yeah.
Maybe taking a 6-pack over to RBG's house for a weekend barbecue.
Probably what it'll be. Hell, I don't know.
What bothers me, I understand ignorance. I do understand it. So when you see people, when I see people saying, "Oh, it's just partisan. I don't like that they're taking this man and ruining his reputation." And they're dragging him down, and it's partisan. They're just playing politics with it. It's like, oh, and Dianne Feinstein, and she didn't do this, and she leaked the thing, and held the letter. Like, I just don't like it when people fall for Mitch McConnell's tricks.
Well, they do every time.
That's the only thing that bothers me. I can see you trying to get your head around the changing shape of sexual politics in America. Do it faster, but I can see you taking some time with it. I can see you like, I don't understand. Are you saying that the entire justice system is skewed? And you're saying it's not in favor of women accusing men of rape, but it's the opposite, that it's skewed against the women? I can see you taking some time with that. Again, we need to speed it up, but what I can't see is how you look at Mitch McConnell going, well, the Democrats did this and saying, oh, that man's telling the truth. Because he's not telling the truth. A lot of stuff makes me upset about this, but Mitch McConnell's near the top.
Yeah.
Mitch McConnell getting his way on stuff is near the top.
I'd say that, too.
There's a lot of other stuff that's worse, that's bad, really bad.
And not to take any seriousness or the relevance of what's happening off of this situation, because it is important and it is something this country needs to deal with in the right way. This ain't it. But how long has it been since we've seen somebody Flake and Coons, even though they're worst ones that could do it, but still did it? Republican, Democrat leaving the room, working something out together. That, to me, was hopeful for about 5 minutes. And I appreciate what it did, the investigation, even though it ain't a real investigation, all that. But I don't expect we're going to see much more of that. I think that's about it.
Now they're saying the polls put out saying that it's helping re-energize the Republicans. This fight is helping re-energize.
It might be. Well, if they get him on there, it may take the air out of it, too. Oh, we got him on. He can sit home and rest now. I mean, that could be the case. Who knows?
Plus, what's a re-energized Republican right now mean? You just you newly mad, you're frothing at the mouth, you taste your enemy's blood.
Hell, I don't know what it means.
You just like seeing liberals mad? I think
That's the majority of it right there.
that might not translate into votes, because you can sit at home and do that. The president does that for you. You don't need to elect anybody else. As long as Trump is president, they can get their fill of that by watching him mock rape victims and make fun of Al Franken for folding like a wet rag when he got accused of. That's crazy. That's just him saying it's all a sham. He's telling everybody it's a sham.
Yeah, he's admitting to it. Yeah.
Like, he makes fun of the Democrats when they do the right thing, but Kavanaugh's going on the Supreme Court because the woman doesn't remember all the details of her.
Well, did they think you saw Washington Day, and like I said, women have every right, and I support them down there at Washington D.C. protesting, coming out in full for a lot of people out there. Do they think that's just all going to go away once they put him on the bench? Do they think, oh well, people will calm down after a while, they'll get used to him, everything will be fine? That ain't going to happen.
I don't think so. I think what I'm finally wrapping my brain around is the fact that Mitch McConnell has just said the future is fighting.
Pretty much.
Because I'm like, well, if they do this, what are the Democrats going to do next time? And then if the Democrats do that, how are the Republicans going to fight back? And everybody talks about the destruction of norms and political bipartisanship and all the stuff Trump has done to destroy the office of the presidency. And I think Democrats want to take it back to the way it was, because they had Obama. They liked it when he was doing norms.
Yeah.
But Republicans really seem to be getting off on the trashing the norms.
That's what all this is about, it seems to me. To hell with all this.
It's really weird. It's like you get a black president and they come in and go, well, we got to burn this place down now.
Pretty much, yeah.
No, we can't sleep in here now after what just happened. Give me, I need a can of gas and a match. Maybe they just read the demographic future of the country. I don't know, but Mitch McConnell does not seem to be a man who's betting on people getting along and on the country running the way it used to. He wants to use that to shame Democrats when he can, because it works. Because Democrats, I guess, are still patriotic. What the fuck is happening, Jackie?
Watch your mouth and I don't say it that way. I don't understand.
How did we wind up here? These words coming out of my...
Hell, I don't know.
So, yeah, I think he's just betting on a Mad Max future. He's just saying it's what it is. We just going to fight. They ain't going to be. Get what we can now. Stack the court. Get some, redistrict some shit. Let's get everything we can now. Stack the courts all across America.
Pretty much have been doing that, yeah.
See what we can get out of the next few years. I'm going back to Kentucky into my bunker hole.
He going to have to stay there because any place he goes show his face, he going to get screamed at. But I guess that's what they want now. I guess that's what they like.
They can put that up on the video up on Twitter and get a GoFundMe going. Buy Mitch some earplugs so he can't hear the women.
I'm surprised none of them listen to us on here because, like we said earlier, this podcast is for old people.
Uh-huh.
And when you see these fellas, that's one, like myself, I'm up there in age. I guess one hopeful thing sadly, for a lot of people, they're like, well, they're going to be dead soon for too long. Natural causes is what I'm saying.
Yeah, natural causes.
I didn't mean it in another way, yet I wasn't saying that. But, I mean, if somebody's trying to completely destroy your way of life, or people that human beings, somebody treating women the way that treat women, I wasn't raised that way to treat a woman that way, it's shameful. I'd scream at them, too. But you wouldn't mind them, oh, yeah, I guarantee you, when Mitch McConnell, people that are old enough, depending on when he dies, but when he does, there'll be people that remember who he was and what he used to do, and there'll be a few toasts. Bars will be giving out free drinks in some places. That's all I'm saying. Whether that's good or bad, I don't know, but so be it.
Toasting that he's dead or toasting what he stood for when he was alive?
Probably a little bit of both. Mostly that he's dead is what I was thinking, though. Yeah.
Jackie.
Of course, by the time he dies, they look back at what they did here, what he did. This for people to be optimistic for the country and all that. You know, if they look back and this was the beginning of the end by putting Kavanaugh on there, and then they, you know, blue wave November and they impeach him and all the judge, and then impeach the president and on and on and on and on. And it's like, oh, he's the one that really kicked the hornet's nest. He went too far. He could have got that crazy woman, excuse me for saying that, I don't know what her name is, but no, he wanted to do this. He wanted this, take this fight to the country. He want to make half of the country crazy as hell.
You don't think this is the Republicans' To Kill a Mockingbird moment?
What?
You don't think that this is John Cornyn of Texas said it was Republicans' To Kill a Mockingbird moment?
How's this?
Accusing a man based solely on his race. It's what damn old To Kill a lawyer Mockingbird.
He's comparing Kavanaugh to the character in To Kill a Mockingbird? That's just offensive. I don't know how many damn levels. I can't even work that out.
I can't imagine To Kill a Mockingbird going, Devil's Triangle. Can you tell the ladies and gentlemen of the jury what boof means? Daddy, what's boofing?
I don't want to see that movie.
You sit down up here and listen to your daddy down there. Are you trying to tell me that boof means anal sex? Actually, why don't you kids go on out and get a Coke? Here's
right,
$1.
Enough. I don't want to hear you ruin that. Thank you, whoever said that corner. Ruin that damn movie for me forever. That's one of the good things that the South have to feel good about themselves. Don't take that from us.
He likes beer. Who among us hasn't? He wouldn't say those words. He wouldn't.
No, Atticus Finch ain't gonna say none of that.
I don't know if Atticus Finch has been in a bar fight, but I imagine if he saw Brett Kavanaugh in a bar, he'd take a swing at him out of general principle. I feel like Brett Kavanaugh was the kind of people that would get mad at Atticus, like make fun of Atticus Finch in law school. Like, where you going?
Yeah, if they was roommates, yeah.
You stupid. I mean, Atticus Finch is not real.
No, it's yeah.
And if he was alive, sometimes you wish that like Atticus Finches were alive or Andy Griffiths. But they'd just be depressed.
Pretty much these days, yeah.
Why put them through this?
Unfortunately, Brett Kavanaugh's real. It's probably going to be readily sitting on the Supreme Court this weekend. Yeah.
Has a op-ed out in the Wall Street Journal. This come out right before we started.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Right before we started taping, where he says, I just remember I went into that hearing. I might have lost my temper a little bit. I can't find the quote, but he basically says, I was there. I was upset. I was there as a son, a father, a husband. I'm a good judge. I think it's pretty close to paraphrasing.
Regardless of what women claim that I do, and regardless of how I acted, everybody saw me act like a horse's rear end. Regardless of all this, let's not pay attention to any of this. I am a good judge.
That in a court of law would not like if you were like, I'm a good lawyer. I know I forgot to wear my pants today, and I'm all Molly.
What?
And that's my mom dropping off my lunch in the back of the courtroom. can't think of anything. That doesn't sound so bad compared to Brett Kavanaugh.
No, I'll take that.
Jackie,
Right.
did President Trump send you a message on your phone this week?
I don't, thank goodness. There's another reason I don't need to have a damn computer phone in my pocket. Everyone, let me explain this to you, because some people may not understand it. Every single one of you, all of you out there, has got one of them things distracting you. First off, you're looking at it all the damn time. You're going to bump into something, hurt your head. You're going to wreck a car, on and on and on and on. There's no reason to have it. You're going to look, whatever thing you look at on that phone is going to make you mad. You're going to be upset all damn day. You're going to be looking at pictures instead of doing your job or whatever you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
So these are reasons already that you have not to have one of these damn things in your pocket. But now on top of it, President Dumbass, excuse my language, can get on there and say whatever he wants to you, directly to you, whenever he wants. That's just that alone is a reason to take it and throw it in the damn street, let alone all the other stuff I said, which is true as well.
Now, I saw some people saying that if Obama had done this, that people would have been fine with it, that liberals and Democrats.
No, I wouldn't want it. First off, I wouldn't have a phone like that. I don't want the president. I don't get Obama. They don't need to be calling me up. Ain't nothing I need to hear from them unless it's on the news. That's it. That's as far as I go. Unless they campaign and I go to hear them speak somewhere. Other than that, they don't need to be bothering me.
Listen, Donald Trump's entire presidency is like being on a group thread with your racist parents already. Like, he just gets to tweet and you have to hear about it. At least you can ignore it when your uncle's talking about fucking Kaepernick. But let me give you, I got one more thing. Let's talk about this phone thing. You know Eric Erickson, Jackie?
Hey, one of them red state guys.
Yeah, stole our name. Everyone, real Christian. Every once in a while he remembers he hates Trump, but for the most part he's terrible. But he says, I'm going to read a tweet of his. The proof that tribalism trumps reality. Everybody hates each other. Is that you and I both know lots of conservatives who'd have gone nuts if that alert system happened during the Obama years, and now liberals all around us are having the response those conservatives would have had. Like, I wanted to give that one to him because it does sound like, oh, let's all be bipartisan and have lunch with Flake and Coons. But the real proof of tribalism, that everybody's gone crazy and chose sides, is that Republicans elected Trump and they all fell in line with him.
There it is.
And then they make him equal to, like, all the other presidents, Obama, Bush. Like, say, oh, it's that they act the same way towards Obama, and the Trump, and it's like, that's so false equivalent. Gaslighting. Ingrid Bergman should star in it.
What is it?
Like, we hated Obama.
Yeah,
Jackie?
I remember.
Who would you rather have on your phone, Obama or Trump?
If I wouldn't want neither, but if I had to have one of them, I sure as hell don't want Trump on there. Obama, give me a call.
Obama doesn't want to be on your phone any more than you want him on there yourself.
Yeah, I don't.
He's got other things to do.
I don't even look at Twitter, Twitters, whatever it is. You have to show it to me, or whatever I'm watching on the news. They have to tell me what it says on there. I'm one of the people fortunate enough not know how to get on a computer and look at all that, but I hear about it. So was the President Dumbass, excuse my language, I like to call him, but excuse my language, did he just say, how can I get to all those people that don't read my tweets? Is that pretty much it? Somebody told him, well, only so many people read your tweet. You're like, well, how am I going to get to all them? Can I just go straight to the phone? Is that what it is?
There's two ways of looking at this, Jackie. One is exactly what you just said. Trump knows that some people don't read his tweets, and he wants to get to them.
Yep.
Very plausible.
Yeah.
The other way of looking at it is just an emergency response system, just like they had on the TV when you heard the signal go beep. We got all this new technology. If it can help save lives, whether Obama's the president or Bush was or Trump is or Elizabeth Warren is, it doesn't matter. It's just technology to help save lives. Now, with Trump as president, he's going to tweet like, go east, and that's where the tsunami's coming from. Or he's going to be like, just get under your desk, and that's when, like, the ceiling will collapse. Like, I don't know that his response to disasters has been the greatest thus far. So, and even then, once he starts going, like, let's say that he's, okay, FEMA, just tell him where the cans of food are. And also tell him that I didn't do anything wrong. And also tell him that Rosie O'Donnell's fat. Like, he's not going to be able to stop himself.
No.
Just give me that.
First off, you can't believe anything because somebody, you showed it to me on the phone, said presidential something or other. So if he's president, I don't believe any of that stuff.
I don't know why they put presidential, because unless he insisted on it, because it seems like no matter who the president is, somebody doesn't like him.
I heard somebody said it's like an Amber Alert sent out by the person that took a child.
Who said that?
I don't know. I don't remember. Somebody on the computer somewhere, yeah.
That is true. Just the person going, danger, danger is. But he's not sitting there sending it, is he? Maybe I'm wrong. Hell.
Well, people still debate, is that really him on Twitter? Is that somebody else doing that?
They're misspelling it on purpose you...
Who knows? Nobody knows. Read that damn Bob Woodward book. It can make heads or tails out. Anything can happen in there. There's a bunch of crazy people in the damn White House. One in particular. And the rest of them are crazy for being around him.
Remember, like a month ago, when there was an editorial that said the president is so crazy that we hate our job, but we have to stay here.
Yeah. Nobody talked about that. That book come out, it's supposed to be the end of it. Nobody cares about that anymore. It just, everything, it's just too much craziness coming constantly. You can't keep up with it all. Hell, Bob Woodward has enough material for 4 more books since that one came out.
What would Trump's daddy think about him as president?
Hell, I don't know.
When did he die?
He's been dead for a while, I think.
Did you read that article about all the money he gave him?
I heard about it too long.
Trump wasn't. It was a long article.
14,000 damn words.
Pictures.
Well, I ain't gonna. Somebody said they're gonna do a special about it on TV. I'll watch it then. But I mean, I don't think there's anything in there that's gonna tell me he robbed and cheated and didn't pay taxes and his daddy gave him everything. He never worked a day in his life. If that's all that it says, and I already knew that. And I'm glad the New York Times doing its job to prove it. But hell, ain't nothing in there I don't think I didn't already know.
Fred Trump died in 1999, and I think that's when Trump really went like showbiz crazy. I'm sure he didn't like Home Alone 2. But I wonder if after his daddy died, that's when he's like, well, now I can just act the way I want to. Because supposedly his older brother, who died and was a drinker, Trump doesn't drink.
Yeah, I remember him telling about that.
He was too nice, supposed to be soft in deals. Now all Trump says is, oh, I make good deals. So Daddy Trump took the Trump business away from the oldest brother and give it to Donald. Started making this self-made man myth right from the beginning. Everything he always said about that stuff was bullshit. He didn't do any of that. His daddy set up all them companies for him.
Oh, yeah.
Give him all the money. Bank.
You can look at him and listen to him for 5 minutes and know that man ain't ever set up nothing. He don't know how to do nothing.
Do you know the guy in your hometown who drives a sports car his daddy give him? His daddy did all this stuff. Maybe his daddy wasn't like a racist Klan member, but still was give him all the stuff. And you know that SOB didn't do any of that himself. His daddy give it all to him. But still, would you want to hear the phone calls of him calling his daddy up, begging him for bail money? I got to get Linda an abortion. Will you? Daddy, will you give me? Shh, stop crying.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I don't want to hear it. You know it. But it's much worse. You need to read it, Jackie, because it's much worse.
Well, I watch
seeing the details
when it comes on cable, but I'll look at some of it. It's just so long. I'm up there in years. I ain't got the rest of my life to
Daddy,
read about awful things.
I need a new headlight. You come to Walmart and put it in for me? I'm sending a man to do it.
All right, everybody, we got to keep the lights on here. We got to keep the motor running, the computer plugged in, and all that. And that means one thing, and that's sponsors. That's what we're going to do now, right?
It was time to grease the palms that are in their wallets fishing for money to hand to us.
Local sponsors. That's how we do it. Also have a, what is it, Patreon page. Computer that your people's listeners, you know, if you give so much, if you give $5 or more, you get a whole extra 20-minute podcast that you're gonna get down the road, and also all that money goes to help out our other third podcast, which is a Redneck Matinee, where we talk about movies that mean a lot to us, that southern movies that we love.
Got 3 of them up right now. More are coming right now. We've got Gator, we've got White Lightning, and we've got Smokey and the Bandit. Smokey and the Bandit 2 is in production and will be out released soon.
Very soon, yeah.
Keep your ears open for Smokey and the Bandit 2 from Redneck Matinee, and we got another bunch of them coming up here pretty soon.
There's another podcast out there from local boys back in Murfreesboro. Hey, it's a cat. What is it?
100 Ways to Love a Cat is a 4th podcast. So if you're talking about our 3 podcasts, the one you're listening to,
yeah,
rates and reviews,
right?
Damn 20 extra minutes you get if you give us $5 over at Patreon.
Yeah,
sometimes it goes over 20 minutes.
Sure,
not all the time.
Yeah, sometimes right on it.
Sometimes you were like at 1947 and we pad out the last few seconds.
That happens occasionally, but not every time.
No. Sometimes we go way over and we don't care. The 3rd podcast, Redneck Matinee, we're working on. We're trying to get a few up every month or 2. And then there's also the 100 Ways to Love a Cat podcast, which we think, you think people would like that?
I don't listen to any of these, so I don't, I mean.
So we really can't say. We're just saying words.
Yeah, pretty much. But another way we keep the lights on here is local sponsors. Besides all this parkus mess, and I tell you what, I'm proud to say that I'm have this sponsor on this day right here, because this is an important day. Today is October 4th, so get on down to Halloween Bandage. You got a whole big month to go try on your witch outfit, your goblin outfit, your werewolf, your Frankenstein, your Draculas, all of it. Get down there. You got a whole month to decide. Probably could decide maybe in a weekend if you really wanted to, but no, you got a whole month starting October to now to the end of October after Halloween. This is a time to get down to Halloween Bandage. Pick you out an outfit. Get you some candy. Get you inflatable pumpkin, or get you, all that stuff, monster skeleton, whatever it is you want to put on the porch. It's all there at Halloween Bandage. Of course, this is located at Fresh Linens Nursing Home, and which is still Fresh Linens Nursing Home. They just have room in there. But I do need to make this announcement. People were going down there to get their, Halloween stuff, even though, they didn't have to do it till, be in October now. But people were going down there, and it wasn't just for the Halloween bandage costumes and all that. They were going down there because, well, the people that were still at Fresh Linens Nursing Home, a lot of it's not patients, what do you call, residents that live there, they round all this candy, and nothing nobody loved more than candy, and all this candy was down there. Candy corn is the special kind of candy corn Halloween Bandage makes. Eating that all day and night. Well, at first they said, well, you can't have all these old people eating this candy. You got to take this candy away from them. Going to make somebody sick. They'll be sick all night. Turns out that wasn't the case. I ain't kidding you, I went down there and saw this with my own eyes. That Halloween candy, whatever they put in it, however they did it, took 20 years off a lot of these folks. Minerva.
She was sick.
She was. She
Old.
Well, that too, but you know.
Jackie's Magic Candy Corn.
It wasn't mine. I won't take credit for it.
Made her in the pink. The picture of health.
She was up running around last time I went there. She wasn't in the wheelchair, didn't have a walk or nothing. She was running around, give me some more candy, And sure enough, this was getting around. There's a lot of folks out there just more active than we've seen them in years and years and years. So, that's one good reason it was opened up before October. That's a decent reason there, just for that alone, so I can live with that. But now's the time to get your Halloween costume, because in October, if we're in October now and you got plenty of time.
I feel like you're burying the lead here, Jackie, because I realize that it's October and you're no longer mad at Halloween bandages for existing.
Bandage.
And that's important. I'm glad that you feel it's okay for a Halloween store to have its door.
Well, it's October now.
It's October, sure.
It's October, December, Christmas, November, Thanksgiving.
But the old folks' home where the Halloween superstore share space with, and the fact that those old folks are going through a miraculous Halloween miracle.
Something's happening, yeah.
A cocoon-like regeneration.
Yeah.
Rejuvenation.
Sure, yeah.
That seems to me to be the important part of this sponsor ad.
Well, yeah, they used to have feeding frenzy. Between 3 and 5, you go down there and get pay you a couple of dollars for a sack of candy corn and feed it to them old folks. They loved it. Loved it. There are certain ones that couldn't have had them in the back. They did make them sick. There's some people. But now they don't have feeding frenzy anymore. Let me make sure you understand that, because I know there's a lot of you out there that probably need a Halloween costume. I understand it's October. Better get one quick. Got a whole month to choose and pick and decide. But there were some people that went down there loved getting candy to old ladies. And I understand that. Nothing better than that. Helping people of a older generation get something good, sweet to eat. There's nothing better you could do that. But unfortunately, Minerva's family trying to put a stop to this now, and I don't understand why. But I ain't a member of the family. I need to stay out of it, keep my mouth shut. Because a lot of these people are legal guardians of these older people now. You sign some paper, they got to run everything, because you get the age and you get your census to you anymore. You can't manage a bank account, so on and on and on. I mean, they can't even live on themselves. They have to be in a nursing home. So a lot of these people's children, they're responsible for them. Well, now that Minerva took 20 years off, or 25, even maybe 30 years, I don't know, sharp as a tack, running around, she don't want to be in there anymore, which is understandable. She wants to take all that candy corn back home, live in a back bedroom over it, Betty's house, yeah.
Why? What's the problem with that? Why can we not take them home? Why?
That ain't my business. I don't know. You talk to Betty about that. I don't know. She said, quit giving her that candy. She ain't in the right mind, but she's sharp as can be. I don't see anything wrong with her. I mean, she sees a lot better. She used to just sit there and stare at the damn floor. Now she's talking, but she says she don't need to come home. She needs to stay there, and if she's acting this way, that don't need to have she act. So that was enough. She was the first one, from what I understand. Some other guardians or people in charge, they went down there to tell their mom and daddy quit eating that candy corn too. So there is no more feeding frenzy between 3 and 5 at Halloween Bandits located in Fresh Linens Nursing Home.
Are they going back to death's door?
Well, nobody knows. I guess it's, we're going to find out, because if they taking that candy corn away from them, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I guess that's a wait and see sort of thing.
I heard Reese Monkey.
What?
I heard that Reese Monkey.
Yeah.
Mungkey.
Monkey, yeah.
Yeah. He jumped out of a second floor window.
What?
And he found a dead pigeon. And he gave that pigeon a piece of that candy corn, and the pigeon come back to life. That's what I heard.
No. that's going too far.
I
don't
said,
know
how's
about
he's
that.
an old man? How's he gonna jump out of a second-story window?
Now that you got a point there, but how you gonna make a pigeon come back to life?
The
That's
candy
that's
corn.
too
Who
much.
makes this candy corn?
I don't know. We makes it. Ask Greg McKee. He runs Halloween Bandits. I don't know where he got this candy corn, but it's doing something. I don't know. I'm telling you, I'd be scared if this is what it's doing to people in their late 80s, early 90s. I would not. I'm not advising anybody. Nobody has said this. This didn't come from anywhere. I would think twice about giving that to children, because if they're children, they're going to be toddlers. They'll be going back to being a baby or something. I don't know. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. I don't know that. But if you're going to give a 98, lady, and then next thing you know, she's acting like she's 55, 60, something, what's that going to do to a 10-year-old?
So you're saying that you think this takes people back in time? You think
No,
that this reverses aging?
Well, it reverses aging. It doesn't take anybody back in time.
Well, no,
That's two
I mean,
different things. That's two different things.
I
You don't
just
go
think-
back in time. It's not like you go back to Wild Wild West
It just
or caveman times or anything. No, time
gives
stays the
life
same.
to dead birds.
It's like you said, cocoon. I don't know about no birds. That's the first time I heard of that. I didn't hear nothing about giving this to birds.
But instead, but you just said if you give it to a child, it's gonna turn it into like a 2-year-old making a baby.
I didn't say that's for sure what it is. I'm just saying, if it's making a 90-year-old woman act like she's a 50-something-year-old woman, a 60-something-year-old woman, bears with, Minerva looked like she. I'm telling you, Minerva went from 89 years old to 43, what it looked like to me.
You
That's
like
what I'd
that,
say.
huh? Is that
No,
what
it's
you
not
like?
good or bad. It's just what it is. I mean, it's good for her. That's better than being in a wheelchair. So if you're gonna give to somebody that, hey, maybe it just does it to old people. I don't know.
Maybe if you give them enough, it creates an army of super soldiers.
Why?
Maybe if we start a war with North Korea or Iran, and the front lines can be studded with former wastes of space, these old people just laying in wheelchairs and on stretchers in hallways, abandoned in old folks' homes across the country. We can give them a taste of the youth that they've lost and they crave and they long for, and also use them to stop a bunch of bullets coming the way of the youngsters.
Look, I don't know.
What else have they got to do?
I don't know what this candy corn's going to do to any youngsters. It ain't going to do all that. What are you running your mouth
I'm saying
about?
if you give this candy corn to Reese Monkey, and he jumps out of a second-story window, I'm saying the future of warfare may not be drones and robotics and like super sicknesses. You know how you give somebody a super sickness?
What?
You never been accused of that? Because I got accused of
No,
it.
I ain't never been accused of giving
A
nobody
lot.
super sickness. What the hell is that? I don't even know what it is.
Every other Tinder date, they're like, you made me super sick.
What's the thing I'm trying to think of? Well, old man, he's old when he's little, but that binge button man.
Is that what you think is happening? Is
No, because
Benjamin
that's the
buttoning them?
opposite. I don't understand it. But he was young when he was old, but then when he got old, he was young. He was backwards, but in his mind, he was different.
Minerva just eats candy corn, and then she looks like she's 43.
Yeah.
Reese Monkey, as far as I can tell, still looks like he's 107.
But jumped out 2-story window, though.
Yeah. Yeah. So he looks old and scary and scared, but his legs can absorb shock.
Well, I think FDA should look into this kind of candy corn, whatever it is, a Halloween bandage, but I would just think twice until the proper people have looked into it and said, because I ain't accusing that this, I ain't saying none of this happened. I'm just saying I think twice about it.
I heard that Charlotte Pipe and Baker Taylor was trying to have a baby, and that Charlotte Pipe's pregnant,
What?
and she's 86.
No,
She's pregnant.
that ain't right.
That's what the word is on the nursing home circuit. I went
Yeah.
over to Etherglen Springwoods and drove through the window, and the nurse told me that. They talk. The nurses talk.
Well, yeah, of course, they're in the same business, but I didn't hear nothing about that. I don't know about that. And maybe, maybe not.
One of them
candy corn for
outrun
that.
a damn UPS truck. So either they're Benjamin Buttoning, and we're going to have a bunch of old babies, or we're going to have a crack squad of super-powered soldiers.
What's the other one? It's not like Button Man.
Rip Van
Button.
Winkle.
No, it's like Little Big. Well, he's little and he's big. Little Big.
Ant-Man.
No, that's a different kind of little. I'm talking about he's a little boy.
It's all right to be a little bitty boy in a little bitty city.
Alan Jackson, yeah.
That it?
No, I'm not. I'm talking about the movie. Who's in it? Hank's in it. Hank's.
Big.
Little Big.
No, just big.
Well, he's little at the beginning of it, then he's big.
That didn't make its way into the title. It's just big.
Well, I couldn't remember. I thought it was Little Big. It's been years since I've seen it.
Yeah.
But it's more like that.
What
but
about,
no, it isn't, because if it was, I don't understand. Because he's still the same way in his head.
Mm-hmm.
He got a little brain, but he's big.
What about where Kirk Cameron and Dudley Moore swap?
Swap
Man,
what?
You're right. This is for old people.
Swap what?
All of it.
All of it.
Like I think their brains stay in one place, but the bodies around them move.
Oh, Dudley Moore, you talk about vice versa.
That's it.
Yeah, I remember that. I seen that. They did a lot of this in the movies. But Cocoon, they just swim better. They don't get young. They just feel young. They still look. But Minerva, she looks like younger.
What about Somewhere in Time?
What is that one?
Superman?
Superman, what?
Goes back in time?
No, he flies around the world and makes it go back.
No, that's what Superman does. But
yes,
he's in another movie where he just goes back in time.
But that's how he does it. He goes around the world. That's how he can't just go back in time by snap his finger. He has to fly around the world, get it going the other way.
In Superman.
Yeah.
But in the other one, he just goes back in time.
Well, I ain't seen the other one. That don't make any sense. The Superman just go back in time.
I can't remember how he does
reason.
it. He
got to do it.
A portrait or something, or he walks into a castle, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, shit, it's 1890. Right. Fuck happened here?
Watch your mouth.
That's how I'd be as a time traveler. They'd be like, well, it's 1492. I'd be, so, impress me. Take me to the damn Spice Road or some shit. What's a horse look like? Is it short or taller than I'd expect?
Short horse.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm the guest here. Show me something. Big Ike?
Well, if you man from the future coming back, then you need to be showing them something. Somebody, you say you from the future. Oh, yeah, right. Show me. What are you going to show the old people or people back in old time? Not that they're old, but just from a long old time.
Well, if I sense some chemistry and I garner spoken consent, I'll show them a lot. All of it. The whole thing. You think dicks were bigger in 1492?
Oh, shut your mouth. I don't want to hear anything about it.
Or littler?
I don't want to hear anything about it. It doesn't make any damn difference.
Well, if I'm going back there, I'd like to know what I'm up against.
Just shut your mouth. Just shut it. I don't want to hear it. Do your sponsor. That's my sponsor. Halloween Bandits, Fresh Linens Nursing Home. Get down there. Don't feed nobody no candy corn right now until things get figured out. And I'm not telling you not to, but I would think twice about buying some of that candy corn and giving it out on Halloween. But
what kind of candy corn is it?
Me. I don't know. Go down there and look at it. No, it ain't no kind I ever heard of before. I can't remember the name. Got a Z and a H on it or something. I don't know what it is.
That is mysterious.
Well, I'll look at it, and next week I'll tell you the name of it. It doesn't come to. You got one of them Z's like Zorro. It's got a swirly Z on it and an H. It's on every bag. What? Why is that funny?
I don't know. Jackie, I got
just what it looks like. It ain't nothing funny about it, but all right. I'll bring it in here and show you next week.
I got two things I'd like to say.
I wouldn't eat any of it, but all right.
First, it's tough in these new times that we live in when Every other word you want to say is dick, and it's
All
probably
right. Shut your mouth.
it's probably not a good idea. No matter how much you preface it with consent or whatever, it's probably just better just not to say the word.
Yes, I agree with that. I don't want to hear it.
Probably.
Ain't no time to hear that.
It's
I don't
probably
wanna
going to
hear it.
derail your podcast a little bit. Also, second, I got a sponsor this week, Jackie, that I think you're really going to like.
Yeah.
Everybody loves the Briefcase Buddies.
Oh, hell. What are you still talking about? I thought they broke up. They mad at each other or something.
And you recall last week at the Murfreesboro City Fair, after a dip in Friday's Fried Potato Pit, they come out on stage to entertain the crowds, which it was just a couple of people like the I'll Fight Anybody guy. But they were slick with oil from the fried potato pit, so there was a lot of falling and slipping, and they tried to cover for it, but eventually one of them, the fat one, fell and broke the skinny one's leg.
Yeah,
So
well,
I don't know which is Chick and which is Douglas. I meant to find out this week. The thing is, when I go to talk to them, they think that I know which one is Chick and which one is Douglas. So it's way past the point of me asking. Like, I'm friends with the Briefcase Buddies.
why you won't be? If they're nice people, that's one thing. But if the only reason you're hanging out with them because they do a Blues Brothers song, it's just stupid. I
Listen,
don't.
I'm a star fucker, Jackie.
Watch
I'll
your
admit it.
mouth. I don't
I
wanna
like
hear
to
it.
hang around with celebrities.
Well,
I like to taste the good
They
life.
ain't celebrities. They acting like celebrities. They're probably dead now, gone. I don't know. It's so
Well,
damn
one of
long
them-
ago.
one of
Well,
them is-
that's enough, isn't it? Well, they just got to do that. I know Elvis died and everybody started dressing up like him, but Elvis was good. That was something everybody liked. Didn't everybody like it? Blues Brothers stuff. A lot of people didn't like it. I don't remember anybody that liked it. I know I didn't like it.
Well, plenty of people. I don't know if plenty's the right word.
It's
but
just silly. Couldn't nobody sing in it. It's supposed to be. I like some of the music, but then he's supposed to be cute singing it or whatever, and it ain't good. It ain't funny. I don't like it.
white guys in hats and sunglasses.
You know.
They have briefcases on. They're handcuffed to themselves.
I still don't think any of that's good, but go on, I guess. I don't know.
They're thinking about anything where they open up the briefcase and it's always something different, like a sock or some underwear
What?
or a T-shirt or a napkin or a handkerchief.
I thought they was fighting. I know where they talking about doing an act. I thought
They're
was
fighting.
Over.
They're working on separate acts.
Well, what? They gonna get a new fat or skinny one, depending on which one they are.
Uh-huh.
People don't want one group of people doing Blue Brothers songs. Why the hell would they want two of them? That don't make any sense. Nobody's coming to see them do what they're doing, so they need to have two people doing it on the other side of town or what? It don't make any sense.
Look, all I know is they're suing each other, and they're going to get a celebrity judge, and they're going to do a pay-per-view.
What?
But right now, the skinny one is in jail because he attacked the fat one, and the fat one pressed charges. So before they can sue each other, they got to go through this other case. They got a lot of Briefcase Buddies, lawyer / Blues Brothers impressionist cases coming up on the docket soon. So they got to find their new partners. So the fat one has been putting ads out in all the local papers. You've probably seen it, Jackie.
No, I ain't seen it. I don't want to see it.
You ain't seen it in the Daily News Journal?
Nope. Blues Brothers in it? No.
It's in the back. It says Blues Brothers. It says, remember them?
Well, they're going to get sued for that.
No, it says Blues Brothers. Remember them? And then underneath it, the rest of it.
Well, yeah, I remember it, and I remember it was stupid.
And I'm telling them, like, you should start off maybe with something that doesn't say, like, a test. Like, because what if people fail it and they don't remember the Blues Brothers? Then the other one's working on his cellmate.
I guarantee you most of them don't, but
He's trying to do like a Chicago sort of thing where it's like, and then I'd go, yappa tappa tappa, yappa dappa. And he'd go, oof, oof, oof.
what?
And we'd go, Listen, Jackie, all I know is that one of the briefcase buddies is in prison. One of the briefcase buddies.
Let me guess. He was defending himself in court.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
But he says it's because he doesn't have a partner, so he needs a partner. So I'm
You
trying
don't need to.
So the fat one's not in jail, and he's putting ads in the paper for his partner. And I'm like, just let me be your partner. He said, you don't have two fat ones. I said, Blues Brothers 2000, it's all over the place. And he said, nobody likes that.
That's true. Nobody likes either 2000 or whenever the other is.
Like, I don't even know what Dan Aykroyd is anymore. I mean, he was a skinny one. But now I guess he's a fat one, too. I don't know if that counts. So I'm begging him to let me be his briefcase buddy.
Better fat than dead, I reckon, yeah.
And I don't know what's going to happen, but apparently the other one, the skinny one's working his way through the jailhouse begging people.
Well, I just want to say right now, if you do end up being what is it? A
briefcase buddy.
I don't want to hear anything about it. Don't tell me about it. Don't tell me about how you rehearsed about it. Don't tell me where your show is going to be.
Okay.
I'm not going to see it. I don't want to know the first thing about it. Just keep it to yourself. I don't like hearing about it as it is.
No, I get it.
I don't like it.
No, I hear that a lot.
Well,
all I need you to do is to watch my act a few times and critique it honestly.
I'd critique it right now without saying it. I don't like it. I don't have to see you run around like an idiot dressed in sunglasses. I don't. No.
Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Okay,
I'll tell you everything you're doing wrong. Right now, just dressing up like that to something that nobody likes. People, it'd be the same as trying to dress up like Spuds McKenzie. At least that'd be at least interesting because it's a dog. Yeah, you're dressing up like two people don't nobody remember or give a damn about. And doing songs where you can't sing none.
Don't give the fat one any ideas. Because that sounds like something he'd do, is get a dog as a partner instead of me.
Well, he'd be doing better off. He'd have something interesting. If a dog did more than just wear sunglasses, because if he just does that, I've seen that on TV. If you're going to have a dog, need to do tricks.
Well, maybe for a new generation that didn't grow up with Spuds McKenzie.
What?
Like maybe they don't want a dog do tricks.
Nobody wants...
When I see a dog do tricks these days, I'm like, what hell did they put that poor dog through?
Nobody wants Blues Brothers or Spuds McKenzie. Come up with something new. Do something different. People are tired of it.
What about a girl blues brother?
A what?
A girl blues brother.
Why would a girl want to be a fat and skinny blues brother? That don't make any sense. If they want to be, so be it. I ain't telling a woman what she should or shouldn't do. If you trying to get me in that corner, I ain't going to go over it. If a woman really wants to do it, but I guarantee you, any woman in her right mind don't want to dress up like either one of them.
It really is an act founded in privilege. And they're going to come out and do a couple of hip thrusts. Sex it up a little.
I don't want to hear about them. I don't want to hear about you. No,
Live from Joliet, Murfreesboro Prison. It's a damn old. You ever just feel ruined?
What?
Now's the time that we both have to go. Our podcast come out really great. We know our time is at an end. So until we meet again, we'll just have to say Goodbye, friend. Saying bye-bye always brings us down. But our bags are packed and we have to leave town. A postcard to you we will send if a stamp to us you'll lend. So we can write and say goodbye. 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 Goodbye.
Did they put Kavanaugh on the Supreme Court already?
It doesn't say it yet on my phone.
When it happens, President, that's the first thing he's going to send out on that thing after
Yeah,
the
he
test.
probably have let us know already if it had happened.
That's true, yeah. Everybody needs to know.
That was funny. When you were around other people, that thing started going off. It was like, what in the fuck is this? And you looked
Watch
at
him out.
presidential. You're like, oh, of course. He messed this up, too. We had iPhones. Everybody loved the iPhones. Yeah, it wasn't the best thing in the world for humanity. Maybe we ignored our friends and family. Maybe we looked at terrible news all day.
Yeah.
But, you know, it was an advancement. It felt new and different and exciting. We're like, where is this going to lead us? And then he just fucked that up, too.
Hey, watch your mouth.